Speed dating is a million times better than dating apps. I can imagine this is true, though I've never actually speed dated. It seems like a huge advantage to interact socially instead of judging based off photos initially. Definitely better than dating app because there is a level of accountability that is otherwise missing online. My experience is mixed though. 1. Typically the organizer would try to balance sex ratio, but inevitably it won't be half and half. Worst case, you get a lot of men waiting in an assembly line taking their shot talking to the same women. 2. Some event organizers hire fluffers, hot models who compensate for skewed balance and introduce a pleasant atmosphere. 3. You keep a scorecard to rate speed daters, and in the end, if both parties swipe right, the organizer will disclose your contact to each other. However, some people are aggressive and ask for contact right away. This can turn off tons of women since they are being put on spot to give out information. 4. Overall, it's still positive. At best, someone likes you and you can head off and see what happens. At worst, you get a drink and talk to a real person. Never been to those. Do organizations take care of these in a structured way, or are they random events you go to and you automatically see clear beyond the filter? Where would one find these speed dating places? I would love to do this, but for some reason it's hard to find ones where I live that let people in their mid-20s join. Agreed. You also already have your foot in the door, and there is far less pressure when you are liked or rejected by someone because there are others there that might accept them or you. I've heard others say their speed dating events were one-sided, either all women or all men, and they got nothing out of it. I guess it depends on your local area. Went to a couple of these a few years back. Have to say they are fun. Was recently looking into setting up a company with a friend to do this in my city, but it didn't go further than an initial plan. I think this is a great idea, but where I live all the speed dating is full of women and hardly any men sign up for it. I am 51 and in my age group it would be all 60 or old men. Would love to try though. The only place that does speed dating in my area is a local bar, and they just set everyone loose to do their own thing. Would totally be willing to try a more traditional one though. Would love to have a courage for this one day XD. From my experience, it is actually far worse than dating apps. They last like many hours and you talk to some people you aren't attracted to. They still have to like you in the end. In the last one I went, they had not enough women, so they started to match me with other dudes. They are also expensive. At the very least, dating apps don't waste your time and money like this. Like, let's face it, you're not going to meet an attractive woman there and be successful. Honestly, you're better off doing cold approaches. They cost less and there is less competition there. Like usually they have like 20-30 people of each sex on there. Maybe 3-ish women who are decent packages and the entire pool of dudes who hit on them. Yeah, like I said, not worth it IMO. I've been wanting to try to go to one, but never seemed to find one here in Miami. I agree. Would have to be well organized. The ones I've seen or gone to were not. I've always thought speed dating sounds like a much more viable alternative to anything else we've been doing in modern dating. Sadly, I've never heard of any events near me. Do speed dating really work that well? I want to try it, but I am kind of nervous. I would love to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly sides of speed dating events. The only speed dating events near me are $40 per person. Someone bring this to New Jersey.